Hey guys, this is Dave from I Am Vanguard here with another deck profile for you guys. As you see on the title, it is Thing Saver Alfred deck. So, I guess aka in short, Thing for It. Of course, going on to starter, I am running Advanced Party Seeker File. Reason 1, he goes into Soul when I Legion, so that creates another Soul for Thing Saver. 2, he can search out a card, and extra cards are always good. So I do run Seeker File as a starter. And then going on to grade 3 lineups, I am running 4 Thing Saver Dragons. For those guys that don't know what he does, it's Counterblast 2, Soul Blast 3, choose 2 cards from your hand and discard, and pay the cost. If you do, you can put another Thing Saver from the deck on top of the card and bring out a Blaster Blade from the Soul and Legion again. So, meaning the fact that this card can basically restand and attack again. Of course, it doesn't build power, but I think it's really devastating if you have a rear guard and just keep giving powers to your rear guard. Especially when you try to go for 3 attacks in 1 turn, it's really devastating for the opponent to guard. Possibly it's like the opponent can be at 2 and they can be dead if they don't hit any triggers on the way. So I think that itself is already a devastating card, of course. Very meta threatening, and of course that's why it's the main card. Going on to the other grade 3, I am running Light Sword Seeker Alfred the 14th. So this card I do run as the secondary Vanguard because of the fact that 1, it gives pressure when you have a full field, which is very easy to make with this deck. And then 2, it can still search out cards from the deck and call it to the rear, standing, not rested or any sort like that. But main reason why I do run this card is I do need the secondary Vanguard so I can create another soul for Thing Saver Dragon. So I think Alfred is a very key card. Of course, I did try out Wingle, but I think Alfred is much better than Wingle because this card actually builds up pressure and Wingle doesn't really build up the pressure that you need. I mean, the extra crit is always good. Going on to grade 2 lineups, I am running, of course, the main mate of the deck. It's Blaster Blade Seeker. I do run 4 of it because it is the main mate for 2 boss cards. So I think that itself gives a lot of space for me to run other techs in the deck. And of course, Blaster Blade's effect itself is good. It's Counterblast 1, kill something in the front row that is 3, well, not in the front row, anywhere that's 2 or higher. So you can basically kill off their attackers. But I mean, this is something that you wouldn't use unless you're trying to finish it that turn, or, you know, you don't want them to intercept or some sort like that. So, but usually I run him because he's the mate. And of course I am running 3 of the Cedrics. Cedric is basically the 12k attacker of the deck. Of course, I did debate running 4 of him instead of Crossbow Seeker, but you know, I think running 4 of the Crossbow Seeker isn't a bad idea since I do want to search out extra cards. So I think even if I wanted to replace Cedric, I mean, I'll probably replace it with 1 Crossbow. So I'm running 3-4. Crossbow, for those of you guys that don't know what it does, if I Legion, I can Counterblast 1, call the Seeker from the rear, from the deck to the rear guard. So you can call out anything, anywhere with the Counterblast. So I think that itself is really good. And then of course it does help build certain numbers and certain columns and certain cards. And of course this will combo with why I run 2 of each of the cards I have here. Going on to the grade 1 lineups, I am running 4 perfect cards. Of course this is the Seeker version, which I can discard for any clan just in case I did run a mixed clan or some sort. But I mean, in general it's a Seeker card and it's necessary for Alfred to a special Counterblast. So I mean, it's very necessary to run in the deck. And then of course I am running 4 of the 10k attackers because 1, I need to build full columns and attack a little bit early, so I do need the 10k attackers. And 2, it's a Seeker, so I mean, it's very necessary to run in the deck. And the other 6 grade 1s I run 2 Lians. I only run 2, I tried 3, I mean, if I get it, I get it, if not, whatever. And it always got into damage zone and it really got in the way sometimes, so I only do run 2. And then I run 2 of the Gligal Seeker and 2 of the Frail Seeker. The reason why I'm running 2 is not because I couldn't decide what to run. I think it's more of the fact that I can search out for any of these cards. So I just decided to put 2 each and search out with Crossbow. So I do run the two each of the grade 1s. And the trigger lineup's pretty simple. I'm running 4 heals, 4 draws, 8 crits. I do run the Margot instead of the Seeker one because he does still soul charge and help me create certain columns in the deck. And then of course, another soul for Soul Saver is always good, so I can just push him for damage. The deck, I think it's really good, very consistent, honestly, in my opinion. I haven't lost too many matches with this deck. I think the deck itself is a really consistent deck, and hopefully you guys can try it out. And then in the future, I will be making stride decks with this deck because of the fact that yes, it is good, and then 2, that's why I build Seekers in the first place, so I can support it in the future. So hope you guys like the deck profile. Tournament performance, I think I can give it like maybe 9 out of 10 because it's Vanguard, so I'll just give it 9 out of 10. It's a very good deck, and hope you guys try it out. And if you guys like the video, make sure you guys comment, rate, subscribe down below. And like always guys, all I can say is, imagine the victory, I am Vanguard. Thanks for watching.